I don't know how to check a woman who clearly is interested in my husband. I need advice for how to handle a woman who is trying to cross lines with my husband, with as minimal drama as possible. My husband and I have been together since college. Married 4 years, together for 8. Let's just call him Logan. We keep in touch with our college friends, and we live in the same city as these 2 women from college, and not too far from a 3rd woman in this friend group. The 3 of them are super tight and close-knit. They were roommates in college, and the 2 women who live close to us are still roommates. Only one of these women really matters for the purposes of this post. Let's call her Anna. Anna, as I'm starting to realize, has wanted Logan the entire time. They had a sort of flirty relationship before we started dating, but it didn't bother me a ton. Anna is flirty with everyone, even me, so I thought maybe this is just her personality. But something happened recently that's put everything into question. I threw a holiday party and Anna and her roommate ended up spending the night because it was so late and they were drunk. While we were all getting ready for bed, Anna starts taking off her clothes to change into her pajamas, with both my husband and I standing right next to her. When her top came off and she was in her bra, she made a lil comment. I was also drunk and high, and if I said what was on my mind, I knew I was going to end up on the local news the next day, lol. Better to say nothing than to do something regretful in my inebriated state. She also kept making comments about my body throughout the evening. I'm smaller-chested, and she is like a cup size or 2 bigger than me. She kept making quips about my small chest. I only bring this up because I can 100% tell she is nitpicking to find a point of comparison where she thinks she can outdo me. To put it gently, Anna is not ugly or anything, but I have no reason to be threatened by her looks or her body at all. Again, I wouldn't even mention it were it not for the fact that I can tell she's trying to forge a competition where there is not one. It got me thinking and stewing because in the back of my mind it always did bother me how flirty she was all the time. I put it out of my mind because she flirts with everyone and why start drama? But I think there is a pattern here that I'm starting to recognize. For example, we went to a wedding last year, and she asked me to take a picture of her and Logan. She literally leaned her head on his shoulder for the first picture, and then for the second picture, leaned her body into him with her arm around his waist. Then for her birthday a couple months later, she posts a photo dump. There are only 2 men in this set of pictures, one of whom is obviously gay, and the other is the picture she made me take of her and Logan. They look like a couple. If you didn't know better, you'd think they were together. There's other little things like this that have been going on for years. Always stuff that's not quite egregious enough to confront. But for brevity's sake, I won't continue to list examples. You're probably wondering how Logan reacts to all of this, and the answer is that he seems oblivious. He seems flabbergasted that I'm noticing these things and am uncomfortable with it. I don't know how genuine his obliviousness is. That's a conversation for a different post. I also want to stress that this is not a matter of jealousy, but a matter of respect. Like I said, I'm not threatened by her looks. The threat she poses is proximity and availability. If that's enough to tempt Logan, then she can have him. It's not about me not wanting Logan to have female friends. It's about Anna disrespecting my marriage and me as a friend. She's being unkind, and that's all there is to it at the end of the day. My question now is, how do I handle this? Direct confrontation is out of the question, even if I'm kind and gentle about it. Trust me when I say that she'll paint me out to be jealous and crazy. There's no winning or even being truly heard on that front. And while I've been friends with these women, the other 2 in the group of 3 you mentioned previously, for nearly a decade, they are much closer with Anna. There's no way the details of a private conversation would stay private, and nor would those divulged details be honest. They'd take Anna's side in a heartbeat, and it would cause drama. I'd be ostracized from the group, and it would cause weird rifts with the larger college friend group. I like my college friends. I don't want to put Logan or anyone else in a position to choose sides. Any advice for how to put this woman in check with as few disturbances to the space-time continuum as possible? Follow or subscribe.